guys. So I was just thinking right now, one of the main ways that I've learned to create and learn to manifest according to what I envision has been so much to focus upon that vision. And sometimes, depending on what stages that you are in your manifestations and creations, you can not have a fully formed idea yet. So perhaps you don't know what exactly your vision looks like or what it feels like. But these are key elements to your creation. These are key elements to you creating what you want, and really to create exactly what you want and to not give up exactly what you want for something lesser, for something mediocre, or for something that you don't entirely want. So as you are creating, as you are conjuring, if you are in the space where you cannot fully see that vision yet, and I'll talk about both, if you can see that vision and if you cannot see that vision fully formed yet. But if you cannot see that vision fully formed yet, take time to really tune into what it is you are feeling. And you can take time journaling, you can take time writing down, but really tune into opening your vision. Tune into opening your vision. Tune into opening what you want to see in your world, in your individual world, in your world, in the collective sphere, right? So what you want in your personal life, in your family, and then the impact of that within the world. So what you desire, just giving yourself the space to think about what you desire on every single level of being. How do you want to feel? Where do you want to be? What does your home look like? Oh, a spider just came to say hello. I don't know if you can see it. You guys see it? Spider's one of my totems. So, what do you want to weave? Here it is. What do you want to weave? Come here, baby. Put him back on the tree. That's okay, I'll just leave him alone. So, what do you want to weave into existence? What do you want to see when you wake up in the morning? What do you want to see and feel and breathe when you look around you? All of this is conjuring your reality. All of this is conjuring the reality in which you see around you, right? So the individual dream is that connection to the collective dream. It is all weaving together. It is all connecting together. And that's why, right, it's the individuals that create the collective. We are powerful together. And what keeps coming up as such a strong message lately, and it keeps coming up over and over and over, is the new earth is created by focusing on the new. The new earth is created by focusing on the new. Just as I said that it was 418. So magic in essence, magic in motion. So for those of you that don't have that clear vision of your highest vision, okay? You just take time. You take down, what do you want to see around you? What do you want to feel around you? Okay, going into all these details, right? Who do you see in your experience, or who do you not see in your experience? How do the people around you, how do they, what kind of relationship do you have with them, right? What are the kinds of relationships that you value? Okay, what is your work, right? What is your ideal work? All of these things. Because it's like all you have to do is start asking yourself the question, for those of you that don't see the vision clearly, for those of you that don't have that, like, okay, this is my specific vision, this is what I'm moving towards, right? This is the magical creation that I am conjuring and bringing into being in my life and into the world. Because if you cannot fully form your vision, if you can't fully form the vision within your mind's eye, okay, it will be a much longer road in a way to create it. Because remember, everything is existing in now. Everything is existing here in this sphere, right? In the physical. And on all the other, right, invisible layers that are all present here. So what you're doing when you start to ask yourself those questions is you are opening up yourself, opening up your thoughts, opening up your emotional realm, opening up your energetic body to tune into what that is for you, what you really desire, what you really want. Okay? And allowing those desires to be recognized as soul desires. Soul desires are pure. They're coming from the essence of your soul force, speaking through you, speaking through your being, wanting to come into existence. They long to come through you, because they were destined to, they're destined to. But in order for that to happen, you have to cultivate, create the space, open the space, love that space, take care of that space. So remember, sometimes for those of you who cannot see the vision, right? You cannot see the full vision. You cannot see the full manifestation clearly in your mind's eye. If you are in that stage right now, allow yourself the space to go there. Allow yourself the space to ask the questions. And when you start asking those questions, your imagination starts forming that reality for you. Starts magnetizing that reality towards you. Starts pulling that reality directly towards you. Okay? And then you are allowing it to be. You are allowing it into your sphere. Okay? By releasing any resistance that arises and being present with the totality of your being, with your needs, with your energy, with taking care of yourself, with your mental sphere, with your emotional sphere, right? Taking care of the being, taking care of the being. So, why is it important to have that vision fully formed, right? It's important to have that vision, your highest vision, formed so that you can see it in your mind's eye, so that you can open that realm for you to follow the thread of energy connecting to it and moving those orbits, yours and that reality, together to merge. Okay? So I heard something, or I read something online that was very far from the truth, that was talking about when you know, right? When you know that is opposing your manifestations because you block yourself as being a student, and that couldn't be farther from the truth. When you are connected to your knowing, when you are connected to your soul force, you are connecting directly to the power of your core and presence, and moving and navigating from that space. There's nothing wrong with being connected to your knowing. And in fact, being connected to your knowing is being fully connected to the entirety of your soul force. So when I read that, I was just like, oh my gosh, right? Here's a spider again, coming for me, on my leg now. Coming on my arm, making friends. So I was just like, no, this couldn't be further from the truth. But that's okay, right? That's okay. We're all, right, learning. We're all evolving. We're all growing in different spaces. From my own personal experience throughout my life and what I've learned through my experience, through this lifetime, through previous incarnations, is that you must be connected to your knowing and your soul force in order to move clearly and consistently in that specific direction that you want to manifest. So what's happening in this space when you're connected to your presence and you're moving from your knowing, 11:11 on the clock, you open that gateway, you open up the channel for what? For directly conjuring exactly what you desire to call in. There's another thing that arises in this, is there are some beings as well that feel that this is blasphemous. That to be connected to what you want, what you desire, is against the universal will. Again, this couldn't be farther from the truth. Your individual soul purpose is the extension of the universal will. It is not separate one bit. It's only separate if it is immersed in identification with a small I, with a sort of personality or ego identification, okay, that hasn't been cleansed by the waters of source. So there's a lot of guilt and shame around desires, in this community, but it's not true. When you are connected to the pureness of your presence, you ignite, all of your lights are on, and you navigate from your knowing, you navigate through the universal wisdom that is flowing through you to create any reality that you wish according to the universal will that is you. You are not separate from the self. You are the self. You are the divine universal magic of motion. This is the celebration of the beauty that we all have the freedom to choose. So, let's go back to, if you are having trouble envisioning and feeling exactly what you want, now is your time. This video is popping up for you. Now you tune in. Now you create that magical space that you desire, that's arising from your soul force. What does your soul force desire to experience and desire to create? Will you allow yourself the space to see that? Right? Because your soul already knows this answer. Right now, in this moment, your soul already knows the answer to this. So now you allow yourself and you choose that you will see it, that you will see your vision. Command every cell in your being. Again, it was just 14:18. Command every cell in your being to be in alignment with the truth of who you are, and that you are ready to see your vision and allow it to fully combust within you. And it will. Because guess what? All of your cells, your body, your being, it's all working according to your commandments and the way that you are directing your energy and your flow. That's the good news. So for those of you, you command your cells, your being, I am ready to see the totality of the clarity of my vision. I am ready to claim my vision and move towards it and magnetize it towards me, because it is my destiny. It is destined to be. Okay, and for those of you that couldn't see, you are aligning with your vision now so that you can see. For those of you who can already see your vision, but haven't magnetized it towards you yet. Okay, so what's going on there? If you already know what your vision is, you haven't yet magnetized it towards you. Okay? There is still some sort of, resistance or tension that's not allowing it in fully in some sort of way. So as you see your vision in your mind's eye, you're taking inspired action, you're moving towards it. Continue to move as you move. Continue to move in your joy. Continue to move in your joy. It's so important. It's so important. As you move in your joy, you lighten your whole field. You brighten your whole field. You create that magnetic draw. Okay? So as you do this, you open yourself, okay, to the magic. You open yourself to the magic of dropping resistance through being in joy, and you also release your vision at the same time, okay? So it sounds like a polarity here, right? It sounds like a polarity. You hold on to the vision. You move in your joy and inspired action while simultaneously releasing the vision. Not saying you don't want it to be, right? You're releasing the heavier, denser energies around it. So you allow yourself to keep doing what moves you, what inspires you towards this creation that you're moving towards. Keep working on what lights you up, what inspires you, what ignites you. If you are moving in this way, you're energizing that space with love. You're energizing the space with love. You're energizing the space with excitement. Okay, because that dream cannot come into fruition through stress. It can, right? But it's going to be tainted, and then you won't be happy with it. It has to come through your being of love. Through love, through excitement, through innocence of a child. Look at a picture of yourself as a child, okay? Or look at a child when you see one, walking down the street or in the park or wherever you are. Okay? Feel that innocence of your playfulness as a child. Of just the beauty and the wonder and the majesty, you know? Allow yourself to do the things that make you feel really good, right? If being in nature, for me, I always love being in nature. Be in nature. Be in nature. Do whatever makes you feel happy. Dance around. I don't know what it is for you. I love to dance, so I'm just saying what I like. But do those things, and those are going to enliven the space, right? Enliven the space that is taking you towards your highest vision. So allow that joy to guide you, right? Because sometimes if you have a vision and it's becoming too heavy, it bogs down the entire energy field, okay? So it's tuning into the energy and seeing, yes, I am in love with this vision. And I love it so much, and I'm moving towards it in this grace and in this beauty that I see it. This is the magnetic attractor. This is the magnetic combustion of moving in the purity of love, of beauty. So this is the energy of, for you to move towards your highest vision. For those of you that, right, if you haven't yet, right, seen that vision, now you know what to do. Now you know what to do. You ask yourself those questions. You get yourself opening into that space of, what do I want to see? What do I want to create? You know, letting yourself imagine, letting yourself be like a child. And getting clear, crystal clear on that vision. Okay? That is where you begin. Formulate that vision. Formulate that vision. See it, feel it, experience it right now where you are. And for those of you who already have the vision, again, moving in joy about it, moving in joy about it. Dropping everything else around it, right? That might feel important, but is actually just bringing down the entire energy field of it. Moving in joy, moving in love, moving in adoration, doing all the things that make you feel good, even if they are counter to, right, what you think working on your vision is, right? Whatever that is. So for me, I love to be out in nature. I love being outside. I love being with the trees. I love being with the elements. I love being under the sky. So that feels good for me, right? So what feels good for you? Allow that to enliven the space of your magic, of your visions. Moving in your joy moment to moment, moving in your joy moment to moment. Okay, you guys, so I felt inspired to record this for you right now. It's coming through strong. I send you my love. I send you my light. I send you my reverence for each and every one of your paths, your individual paths. Thank you for commenting and writing and subscribing and all that you do to support. And I send you my energetic support, my energetic love towards the truth of your being and who you really are upon this planet. And my prayer is for each and every one of us to complete the work that we came here to complete in full joy and celebration of the beautiful new earth that we are co-creating together. All right, guys, I love you so much. Bye.